Hey YouTubers, it's Vince Romano26 here with a thrift store and antique store haul for you today. Got quite a bit, as you can see right here. Spent, I think it was 81 bucks on everything you see here. But I'm going to go through each individual piece and show you what I've got. This was actually from a few weeks ago. This is a magic dart game. I think I'll hang that up and just throw the balls at it. It was $3, as you can see. Let me see if I can get that in there for you. It is $3, but because I bought something else for $3, I got this for $1.50. I bought either a cookbook stand or something like that. I'm going to use that for display at the flea market that we're going to be doing in the next couple of months. So that was a good find. So that's a keeper. This right here, I really just took a shot on because I really don't know much about diving equipment, but I assume that it was older stuff because, let's see if I can find something in here for you. I mean, if you look at the package, there's no barcode or anything on it. And, oh, here it is, right here. And you see there is the ticket right there. $7.95. I paid, I think it was $5 originally, and then I got a 20% discount, so it was a couple dollars off of that, or $1 or something off of that, so that was a good deal. I don't know if I'll be putting these on eBay at Christmas time, or if I will be putting these on eBay, say around summertime when this kind of stuff is needed for sport diving or scuba diving or anything like that. And everything is practically new. I mean, there's a waterproof pad, there's mouthpieces, there's hose covers, there's everything in here you need for diving. So I just decided to take a chance on that. Excuse my sniffles, I'm kind of getting over a cold here. Where's the receipt? Oh, here it is. I just thought you might like to take a look at this right here. This is a really neat Roy Rogers drinking cup. I think it was made in the 50s or something like that. Only real issue I see with it is it has kind of like a small little chip in his hat right here, but that's okay because I'm not going to be drinking out of this. I'm just going to be displaying it. Let me see on my receipt what it said here. Did he charge me $5? Yes, it was $5, this cup. Not going to resell it. If I wanted to, I could probably get $10, $12 for it. But I really do like Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. I've been trying to get the lunchbox that they made back in the early 50s, but those things aren't cheap, so thought that was kind of neat. My dad actually has this exact one, so thought it was kind of neat and just something cool to display. And for $5, I just thought that was a good deal. Next pieces, which I'm really happy to have found, are these really neat 1960s Louis Marx toys. I've got an Indian throwing a spear, and I have a cowboy shooting a gun. Those were $2 a piece, which this one guy at this antique shop that's near us, he always flows his booth with inventory, and he sells stuff like crazy. Like, you have to get in there as soon as he puts it out because he has such good prices on his stuff. And he sells newer stuff, and he sells stuff like this, so thought that was pretty neat, and yeah, his prices are great. From that same person, I actually bought another Christmas piece. This is a roly-poly Santa Claus, and he's in the original package. The package is open, unfortunately, but the toy is in really good condition. This was $3. And as you can see, it's Santa Roly, and the price originally was 79 cents. And if we look on the back, we have marked Made in Hong Kong. Whoop. So that was a definite good deal. Because as you know, I think it was not last Christmas season, but the Christmas of 2013, I actually bought a Santa. It was like you squeeze the two sides and he goes flipping all over the place, and I actually bought a witch one from my huge estate sale haul that I just did a little over a month or so ago. So that was an extremely good deal. I like these old toys, especially because we don't make stuff like this anymore, or even Hong Kong doesn't make this kind of stuff anymore. It's cheaper, and this is definitely a nice, well-made piece. Next piece that I want to show you is this really neat Frankenstein meets the Wolfman 8mm film. This was $2. The box is really beat up, not like the 8mm films that I showed you guys over the summer. So I hope I can make some money on that. Although the box is beat up, I think I can still make some money on it because of the subject. Frankenstein stuff always does very well. The monster stuff does really well in general because it's just very collectible stuff. So I thought that would do really well on eBay. So that was a pretty good deal for $2. For some reason, I don't know why I really like these, but I just do. These are, I assume 1950s Asian figurines. I've seen, for those of you who watch the TLC special, My Crazy Obsession, Doris Mayday, aka the 1950s obsessed woman, she had some Asian figures to decorate her mid-century modern house, so I just thought they were really, really neat pieces, and I just noticed now that there's a little chip on the woman's hat, but that's okay, because you know what, this stuff is 60 years old, so it doesn't bother me that it has a little bit of damage to it. And this, they marked this one as a woman too, but I actually think this is a man, and then this is, I know for a fact, is the woman. Paid $4 for the set of them, and I really like them because they are definitely 50s, and like I said before, for those of you who collect mid-century modern, these would definitely look great with your decor. So for $4, I just couldn't pass up on the figurines. They're just neat looking, and if I ever see stuff like this again at flea markets, which I'm pretty sure that I will, coming up in the next couple of months, if I see stuff like this and it kind of catches my eye, I'll definitely buy it, because, you know, I love mid-century modern. Alright, and this next really big noticeable piece that you see is a really nice 1950s bowl. And the reason that I suspected it was old is if we look right here, this must have come out of somebody's antique booth because the tag is ripped off. So they must have probably charged or tried to ask like 15 or 20 bucks for the bowl. Instead, I paid only $1.99. Actually, it was 20% off of that, if I can get the tag on there. Sorry you guys can't see that. But I can't really read what it says on the label. It's marked France. I don't know if it says Lucida or Lucetta. Someone's going to have to let me know what that says because I can't tell, or what the brand is. But I'll zoom in there, so for any of you who want to give me an idea of what it is, there it is. But what really caught my eye is the color of the inside of the bowl. As many of you know, I really, really like blue. And this is definitely fitting towards my style, especially because this bowl is mid-century. And this just fits my style perfectly. And for less than $1.99, that is a great deal. So I thought that was great. Alright, and this piece right here I thought was really neat. This is a Easy Magic trick. It's a ball and two little pipes, or two pipes. Originally was 49 cents, but I actually got it for less than that. So 20% of 49 cents, that's like a couple cents off, or like maybe 10, 20 cents off. Forgive my math skills, they're not great. So I thought those were really cool looking. So Easy Magic for 20-something cents, that's a great deal. Don't know if that'll actually sell for anything online, but I'll give it a shot. If I'll have to look it up. If it doesn't sell for anything, I'll bring it to the flea market, put $2 on it, and I'll get some money back for that. Next little piece that I want to show you guys, and I want to give a shout out to one of my new subscribers, Little Brown Bag Addict. She's a huge Disney fan, and she collects vintage Disney. So I thought that she really might like to see this. This is a really neat little vintage Mickey figurine, and he's complete, nothing's wrong with him. I think at one point he was a keychain, but I think the keychain part broke off of him, because if you can see the little hole right there. So I thought that was cool. He was $2. I mean, for an antique store, that wasn't a bad price at all. Let me see if that's actually in. Oop. I can turn him around backwards. He's marked Walt Disney Productions, made in Hong Kong, and I love Mickey like this because this just gives you kind of like that Fantasia look to it, or Walt Disney World look to it, so I just decided to pick him up. And for $2, I guess that was a pretty good deal. 50 cents at a flea market, but, you know, sometimes when you see something at an antique store and it's priced fairly, especially if you like this kind of stuff, it's definitely worth picking up. So yeah, definitely a great deal on that. This next bag right here actually has some really interesting pieces to it. These are little troll pins, and I don't really know much about these little guys here, but just from what they, or from how they looked, I definitely knew that they had to be worth something. I paid 99 cents, and actually with 20% off, this, I'm telling you, the store has great deals on it, or in it, excuse me. So I got these for 70, 60 something cents. And there are 3 of them in here, and I really don't know what this acorn is. Maybe it's just like a necklace charm. I'll see if it's silver or not, because maybe I can go sell it to a jeweler here in my area and see if I can get some money for it. I do want to let you guys know that this thrift store that I bought the nice mid-century bowl, the magic trick, and these, the owners there are kind of snooty. Like, I had to walk in with my backpack because I went right from school thrifting, so I had to have my backpack with me because I had no choice. I didn't know where, I couldn't put it anywhere. So I walk in with it and everything was fine, and then the owner just said excuse me to me, and he said excuse me again, and I'm like yes, and he just asked can you put your bag up to the front, and I'm just like yeah, whatever, okay. I'm just kind of like, really? You've seen me in here for years and you just still have to ask me that? I'm not a thief, you know. Well, you know, let them be snooty. I just ignore it like everything else. They want to be snooty, that's fine. I'll just, you know. It didn't bother me. It was just kind of like, you know, I know you can't trust anyone, but honestly, I've been coming in here since you guys opened, so why don't you just cut me some slack? But it was either comply with him or get thrown out, so I just decided to comply. But their prices at that store are absolutely incredible, so can't argue. Next piece that I bought is this really neat Jocko. It's like a game of some sort. Like you flick the ball and it goes flying into, and you could try to hit it into one of the holes. The only issue with it is that the cardboard over time has been pushed in, so the balls get stuck in little areas where the cardboard and the plastic catch it. So unfortunately, it can't be played, and I wanted to take the cardboard off to fix it, but I was fearful of ripping it and stuff like that, so I just figured, okay, I'll just keep it as is, and it's only going to be for display. Originally, the price for this was $5, but the antique booth owner pushed it down to $3, and it had been there for a while, so I figured, you know what, for $3, I think I'll take it, because it's really neat looking, and as many of you know, I really love clowns. And for those of you who've seen my videos before that, you know my dad really hates them. So, win-win situation for me. Our next pieces that I bought were these really neat Walt Disney production juice tumblers. This one is in really nice condition paint-wise. There is a little mark by Dopey's eye. But other than that, this one's in nice condition. These were $1 a piece. And this one's in the original plastic. Either that's the original plastic or I don't know what it is. And this is Doc, and the paint on him is phenomenal. So these are going to go on eBay at Christmas time, so I thought those were kind of interesting. And I actually have one. Let me show you the one that I have, actually. I bought Scooby here from a thrift store, and this one was made by Hanna-Barbera in 1971. So I bought that one for 50 cents from a thrift store, so I thought that one was pretty cool for me. So for $1 a piece, I just figured why not, because at some antique stores that I've been to, people try to ask $7 or $8 a piece for these cups, so I thought $1 was a great price. Now, if there's anyone on here that could possibly tell me what this is, I would be the happiest person on the face of the planet. I bought it just because I didn't know what it was, and it just looked really, really interesting to me. And it was only 50 cents, but with something else I bought for 50 cents, it went down to $1. I really don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if it's eBay worthy or, God forbid, I don't know. But it is marked, let's see if I can get it in there right there. It is marked Japan, so I know it's definitely vintage. I don't know, I mean, it's flowers, it's got a card on it with a, is it an incense thing? I mean, it comes with a bunch of flowers, so I assume it's either 60s or 70s, but someone please let me know what this is, because it got me. I just had to have it. You know when you go into a thrift shop or something like that and you see something you've never seen before and it just looks so weird, you have to have it. And for the price that I paid, I just had to have it. It was weird and it was kind of neat looking, so please, if you know what this is, let me know. Or have an idea as to what it could be. Alright, as many of you guys know, I really do like Americana pieces, and I really thought this was a piece that fit that. This is a 1976 Ronald McDonald mini toy doll. And what's interesting about him is that he can actually move his head. There's a little lever in the back where you can move his head. And he's intact. There's nothing wrong with him. Everything is there. There's a little bit of paint rub on his hand right here. Nothing too serious. Let's see. He was $3, I think. He was either $2 or $3. Where's my receipt? Oh, there it is. 1 second. Let me see how much I paid for Ronald McDonald here. Okay, Ronald McDonald was $2. Pretty interesting. I think at a flea market I would have probably gotten him for maybe $1 or 50 cents, but who cares? $2 was a good deal, and Ronald McDonald stuff is not worth all that much, but it's definitely collectible. Thought he was neat. He's going to go on my toy shelf, so be a good little display piece for him. And then again, shout out to Little Brown Bag Addict. I found a vintage Goofy for $1. And everything's there. His ears and everything are intact and everything. I think he's probably from the 70s, maybe the late 60s or early 70s. I don't know very much about Disney stuff, but I do like Disney a lot. So for $1, I couldn't beat that, and I love Goofy, because, you know, Goofy's Goofy. Alright, and the last bit of the video today is a bunch of wind-up toys. Back in the back of this antique shop, there was a big box of toys, and they were marked $1 each. So I grabbed probably 28 things for 25 bucks. So I can probably make my money back. I've got an alligator here, and he's marked Hong Kong. You gotta wind him up, and then he moves, and his tail shakes, which is pretty cool. So that was $1. So everything you see here was $1 each. Or less than that, actually. And then I actually bought these two right here. My dad is a big fan of alligators, so the alligator pieces are going to go to him. I bought a green alligator and I bought a pink alligator. Green is for Dad and pink is for Mom, so I thought she would really like that, and she did, so I'm going to give that one to her so she can put it up on a little shelf she has in her bedroom. So that was cool. And they're all marked Hong Kong, I think. Let's see. Yeah, these, let's see. Excuse me. I don't know how well I can get it in the light, but under the mouth, it's marked Hong Kong on both of them. And this one I thought was really, really interesting. It's a really nice pink poodle, and it's one of those toys where you roll it back and forth on the ground and then it'll move. It's pink and it is marked Japan on it somewhere. Yeah. I'm sorry if I can't show it to you because of the lighting and the lighting feature. Right here, like right around here, it's marked Made in Japan. This next one is a clown riding an it's an antelope, or I think it's an antelope. I don't know 100%. I'm not 100% sure. But a clown's riding it, so I thought that was pretty neat. I'll have to look some of these up just to see what they're worth. And this one I might keep because it's got a clown on it. But I'll have to see. Next one is a clock. Really neat looking. Never seen a wind-up toy clock like that. Well, mini wind-up toy like this. So I thought that was neat. No broken pieces on it or anything. And oh, you know what? There's some other stuff that I have to grab out of the bag, so I apologize. Next one is this jump roping rabbit, marked Made in Singapore. Don't know if that actually means it's old or not, but I'm going to take a chance on it. These ones actually were the most interesting to me. They're sushi, and they're marked Japan. I think these ones might actually bring me the most money just because they're pretty interesting, and I know people do collect the wind-up toys, but these ones I think will do the best because of the subject matter. Next one is a toaster oven, and you wind him up and he moves his arms back and forth, or they go in and out kind of thing, so I thought that was neat. Next one is a 1982 Star Wars figure. Don't know what he'll bring, but I assume if I put most of these together in a lot, they will sell. And I bought two of the same Mickey wind-ups. I actually had one of these before, and I put it online at Christmas time, and I only got like, it was like $5.50 for a bunch of wind-up toys, so I'm going to have to list them individually for $3. He was $1. That came from the same person I got the Ronald, the Jocko, the Marx figures, and stuff like that. And then I got some chattering teeth, marked Made in Hong Kong. Wind them up and they chatter real loud. And this last one, or these last ones right here are the cool ones. This is a triple. Wind up Mama Duck and the ducklings follow her. And I did forget about a couple of pieces, so I do apologize for that. So let me grab them real quick. These were actually my favorite pieces out of the box that... Oh, actually there's more wind-ups. Excuse my saying they're over. Thought I grabbed everything. Alright, this is a Let's Walk painted feet. You wind it up and the feet walk. So I thought those were neat. And then the last 3 pieces are actually my favorite pieces that I found out of that box. For those of you who were children of the 60s, maybe the 50s and the 60s, do you remember these? Basically what you do is you push them in, and they spin. And the tree is supposed to cover Santa again, so when you do this, it just kind of comes around like that. But unfortunately, they did not close, but that doesn't bother me because all they're going to do is be put on display. The oldest one is this metal one right here. Because I assume that the metal was actually older or something like that. If it's metal, it's older. So I thought these were really neat. I had to look these up on eBay. I paid $1 a piece for these. These came out of that same box where all the Windup toys came from. But these are just really neat, cool Christmas collectibles. Originally, you could probably, if you went to a flea market, you could probably get these for $1 a piece. But you know what, $1 a piece, I mean, I'm still in love with them because you know me, vintage Christmas and we mix together pretty well. So anyway, that's everything that I got in the past couple of days. Actually, I did a lot of thrifting this week. So yeah, if there's anything that you are interested in, please let me know in the comments section below. And before I go today, I want to give a shout out to Jen the Pudgy Picker, the Little Brown Bag Addict, and Violet Lemon for subscribing to me, making me, or bringing my subscription total up to 60. So I'm really excited about that. I'd love to get more. And if you haven't already done so, please remember to hit that subscribe button and as well comment if there's anything that you have particular interest in, or if you want to let me know what this really mysterious item is right here. And for those of you who are interested in purchasing any of the items that you see below, or in any of this vast array, I will put my eBay link in the description as well, or I'll also put it in a little bubble, so all you gotta do is click right here on the screen. And yeah, again, I really appreciate all the views, and again, thanks to Little Brown Bag Addict and Jen the Pudgy Picker for subscribing. Thank you all for watching.